Good morning, students. Today I am here to discuss with you the question answers of the poem The Tale, the Custard of the Dragon. Here we go. So, as you know, the tale of Custard the Dragon, it is written in the form of ballad. And ballad, you know, the sequence is going on like in a story, and this poem is written in the style of a ballad, the song or the poem that tells you a story. Okay, it is a kind of a story and written in a form of a ballad. In a lyrical form, the poem writes. You must be familiar with ballads that narrate tales of courage or heroism. This poem is a humorous ballad close to a parody. It is a humorous ballad close to a parody. Got it? Now, the first question is like this. Who are the characteristics in this poem? List them with their pet name. So, you know about the characteristics? Their names. They are talking about animals only. They are not talking about the Belinda. Now, the character in this poem are Belinda, the little girl, and her pets. First, I told you that Belinda is there, then the girl is there, and Belinda is a little girl, and her pets are there. First, black kitten, second, grey mouse, third, dog's color is yellow, and a little pet dragon, and a parrot. Okay, so the names of the pet are listed below. So, what she gave name to the black kitten is Ink, to the mouse, Blink, to the dog, Mustard, to the dragon, Custard. So, that's it about the first question. Now, we will move toward the second answer. Why did Custard cry for the nice safe case? Why is the dragon called coward dragon? Why we say into the poem that dragon is a coward one? Custard cried for a nice safe case because it was a coward and used to scare easily. When I teach you the poem, I told you that whenever the dog asked him about his age, he scared about telling his age. When they dedicated him with the name of a soldier, then he also didn't speak anything. Okay, so this shows that dragon is a coward person. Custard cried for a nice safe case because it was a coward and used to scare easily. It is called a cowardly dragon because everyone in the house is very brave. But at the last, you got to know that dragon is also a brave one. How the brave one? Because he came in front of the pirate, and between the pirate and the Belinda, dragon came and swallowed the pirate, and rest of the animals flee away. Right? Belinda was as brave as the barrel full of beers. What is a barrel? I told you dial time also. That barrel is we can say a company. Okay. Ink and Blink could chase lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a raging tiger. And in the poem, these are the lines. I have taken it from the lines that Mustard is as brave as the raging tigers moving here and there into the anger. But Custard always cries for the nice safe case as it feared a lot and wanted to stay safe from any danger. Is it clear? Okay. Now, Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmercifully. She did tickling with the dragon, and it is unmercifully, unkindly, she tickled him a lot. Belinda tickled Mustard the dragon unmercifully because it was always very scared and cried for a knife safe case. Because he always scared about the whatever the problem is about to came. Okay, and he always cried for the knife safe case. She rubbed her fingers, creating the tickling sensation that would disturbing the dragon, and everyone would have laughed at its cowardice. Cowardice is kayarta. Okay, now, the next question. The poet has employed many poetic devices in the poem. For example, clash his tail like iron in the Danube. On the floor, he clashes his tail. The poetic device here is a simile. Now, like is used for the similar things that he put his tail on the floor like a iron. Okay, can you, with your partner, list some more such poetic device used in the poem? So you have to find out that such poetic devices are there in the poem or not in the poem. The poem has extensively used simile throughout the poem. One such simile was mouth like fire. So, from like, you got to know that whenever as and like used, it is a symbol of using of the simile, right? Also, he has repetitively used the words little in the first stanza for emphasize that everything in Belinda's house, including her pets, was little in size. Okay, she is also a little girl and all pets are also smaller ones. In the seventh stanza, the poet uses an incorrect spelling as a poetic device, such as winda instead of window, that rhymed with Belinda's name in the previous line. Winda, da, and Belinda and winda, da sound. That is also shows that there is a rhyming sound into the poem. Furthermore, the poet also uses alliteration. These are the two words. Uses alliteration in the 10th stanza and the sentence. So, into the 10th stanza also, he uses the alliteration. Clashed his tails and with a clatter and clench, quick and faster. And the 11th stanza, the poet uses the term the pirate grape and gulps some grog as some of the poetic device in the poem. Like this, a lot of the poetic devices are into the poem. So, the next question. Fifth one, read stanza 3 again to know how the poet described appearance of the dragon. You have to focus on your poem and you have to read about the third paragraph, that on that paragraph what poet wants to tell about the dragon. So here is the answer. The poet described the appearance of the dragon Custard as one which has a big teeth. First, describe about the teeth and spikes, then about the spikes which are on his head, on the top of his body, and scales. After the neck, this kind of figure, and like this, there the scales. Underneath, its mouth was like a fireplace with a chimney. And about his mouth also he described that it is like a fireplace with chimney like nose. And about the nose also he described that it is like a chimney, sharp dragon like toes. And about the toes also he says that about the teeth, about the spikes, about the scales, about the mouth, about the nose, about the toes. About 6 things he talked into the poem. Now, the next question. Can you find out the rhyme scheme of 2 or 3 stanza of the poem? Okay, now, here into this stanza, second and the third. First, we will look to the first stanza. When you read the first line, the last word is house. Then the second line, last word is mouse. Third line, last word is wagon. Fourth line, last word is dragon. So, if you see that there is a E and E. In Hindi, if you see that E sound is produced here. Okay. And N and N. No sound produced here. So, EE similar, we will give it AA. Okay. NN, we will give BB. Okay. This is the first stanza. Now, about the second stanza, there is a ink K, blink K. Sound of K is there. Then custard and mustard. D sound is there. So we will give a rhyming scheme like AABB. Okay. Whenever you write your rhyming scheme, you have to start from the alphabetic word B, C, D, E, and furthermore. Okay. Suppose if the poet tells us in the first line and the last letter is house, then he give mustard, then he give mouse, then he give dragon. So, what is the rhyme scheme here? First we see E sound. I will give it A. Then I see that the sound of D. So I will give to this line what letter? B. Then I see E is there. So E is also there and E is also there. Then we will give A here. Then N is here and N is here. Then I will give B. Right? So the rhyming scheme is like this: A, B, A, B. Okay. But poet uses the rhyming scheme like A, A, B, B. Okay. There is a similarity between two lines and similarity between third and fourth line. Okay. So, as you see, into this stanza, into second stanza, and into the third stanza also. Into the third stanza, it is a teeth, TH, then underneath, then again TH, then nose, SE, and then toes. Z sound is there, toes. There is don't go on the letter here. Just go whatever the sound produced here. Clear? So you will see that if we say no z sound is there, and if we will say toes, z. So z sound is there, then I will give BB. AABB. So the rhyming scheme is like this: AABB. Clear? Now the next question, and this is the last one question. Writers use words to give us a picture or image. Look, beta, whenever some poet writes about a poem, then is he able to create a picture into our mind? Look, one example. Since childhood, the teacher teaches that this is the image of a tree. So, whenever the teacher speaks about a tree, the image into your mind is like this. Whenever they speak about a flower, then the image is like this. Because they teach us that flower is of this type and a tree is of this type. So, whenever the word speaks, since childhood we heard about it, so the image is into our mind. If we, into this poem, they say little dog, then the image of dog created. They say little kitten, then the image of the cat is there. They say that the little mouse is there, then the image of the mouse is into our mind. So the poet is able to create the image into our mind by his poetic words. Now, the answer is like this. Writers often use words and phrases that do not directly convey a meaning, but are indicative of their related meanings. So, sometimes writer uses the words and the phrases. As you read the tree poem, tree is the symbol of the women's. Okay, they tell us about the women, they want freedom, right? So, The word is written here tree, but the symbolical meaning is women. Okay, so such words or phrases are basically used to trigger our image into thinking and visual them like a painting with a hidden meaning. The poet has used some images in the poem such as mouth like fire, chimney like nose. Okay, as you read in the previous answer also, mouth like fire, chimney like nose, and about his tail like iron. Okay, a lot of the words he used and the image is created into our minds. So that's it about the question answers. Tomorrow we will do the next one. Thank you all students. If any query, then comment it below. Thank you.